Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Sampdoria. We are approaching the halfway point in Season 4 and you might be wondering, where's the face cam? Well, there's a reason why the face cam isn't on and it's because of this. If I record at about 7:30 to 9 o'clock-ish, this is what happened. This sun here, it's actually kind of blinding on the screen as well. So I'm not going to have the face cam for this one, apart from obviously this little bit here. Anyway, in between episodes, we have played just the one match, and it was quite convincing. It was a 4-0 victory against Real San Sebastian. Matthias Vecino, Georgi Kolev, and Marius Wolf with the goals here, and it means in our group, we have actually qualified for the first knockout round already, which means what we're going to do in this episode is going to be slightly different to what was originally planned. Originally, I was going to do Torino and Salzburg. Instead, we're going to do Torino and Inter, because, to be honest, I don't think we're going to do well against Salzburg anyway. I think we're going to beat Ghent. Also, because it is the 2022 season and the Qatar World Cup is about to take place, our mid-season break begins on the 3rd of November. So basically, we're going to play all 4 of these all 4 of these matches in this episode, 2 of them off camera, which will be both the Europa League group stage games. We'll jump right into the Torino match. Oh, great news for us. Torino, woeful form. Woeful, losing to Perugia, Roma, Atalanta, Bologna and Sassuolo, scoring just 3 goals, conceding a reasonable amount. We are currently up in 4th place in the table, just that 1 defeat at the moment to our name. I'm hoping we don't slip up against Torino, who are currently down all the way in 15th place. The starting lineup that we're going to go for then, we're sticking with the 4-3-3 formation, or whatever you call it, 4-1-2-3 formation. It's going to be Livakovic in goal, Muru, Sturju, Vallejo and Foyth as that back four. Bazua, Parazanovic and Vecino are the central midfielders, Marius Wolf and Kolev on the wing, and Gonzalo Iribarren as our striker. We do also have on the bench Stephen Al-Shawari is back. Al-Sharawi, even not Al-Shawari. I'm going to get it wrong every single time. Berezinski's there. Gabbiadini is there. He's also just signed a new contract because he's actually doing alright. I've extended his deal basically for another season. Nicky is on the bench as well. Who else have we got? Carol Linetti. He's basically going to get sold. I've had enough of Linetti. He keeps wanting first team football. I don't think he's necessarily good enough for first team football, so he's actually going to be probably sold come January. And you'll notice there's no Luka Modric, and that's because he's just really tired, basically. He's played a lot of football, and he's knackered. You know what? We're going to have my face on for the matches, because I don't think it's too bad when it's in the small screen. And also, by the time the end of the episode happens, the sun probably won't be there. Marius Wolf with a free kick, 15 minutes on the clock, and the ball has managed to somehow find its way in. Leonidas Sturju with his second goal of the season, 1-0 up against Torino. This is a very good start to this match. And that goal as well moves us up to 2nd place in the table. If we could score goals, I would be comfortable in 2nd place. The problem is we don't really seem to score a lot of goals at the moment. Wolf with another free kick on the right. Parazanovic is at the back post. Sirigu makes a great save. It's going to be a corner. We've got 7-ish minutes left to play of the first half. Corner comes in. Back post. Nobody's there to meet it. Belotti can run the ball clear for Torino. Belotti, by the way, I tried to sign him in the summer. They wanted too much money. And we could genuinely have afforded to sign him. But I couldn't really justify spending £20 million on a striker that I don't think we really needed. Is this highlight actually going to come to anything? No, it's not. If I do this, if I just stand there like that, that will block the sun, and then I can commentate like this. Kolev with the ball across to Wolf. Wolf's going to run down that right hand side. He's got 2 in the middle. This is really awkward to commentate. The ball's going to get cleared. Castillejo's going to run forward for Torino. We've nicked it back. Juan Foyth, I need to put my arm down. It's going dead. Kolev into the penalty area. He's gone for a lovely little effort towards the back post. Hits the post, and the ball is cleared. We win ourselves a corner. Wolf has gone over to take the corner, puts his hands up. Don't know why they always do that, but he just seems to do it. Vecino comes in with a blasting header straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. And it stays 1-0 at half-time against Torino. Sturju's goal is the only difference so far. We probably need to just do that. Go to here and bring off Kolev for Al-Sharawi. There we go. Well, I've just spent about 10 minutes trying to sort out the bloody sun behind me. I can't physically find anything that will just hang up there to block the sun out, so we're just going to have to deal with it, unfortunately. We are 6 minutes into the second half. Castillejo for Torino on the far post. It wasn't the far post at all, was it? Marius Wolf has it from Bazour's headed clearance. Wolf is going to run forward over the top. Iribarren into the penalty area, has to make it 2. It's a great save from the keeper. I think Irabarren was offside anyway. Well, we've only got 20 minutes left to play, and not a lot has happened. Nicky is going to come on for Parazanovic. Parazanovic not having the best of games. We're also going to do Irabarren off for Gabbiadini. Sure, there you go. Manolo, you can have a chance up front. You're actually doing all right. I think you've scored twice, maybe, something like that this season. Maybe you can nick a third. 15 minutes left on the clock. Foyth with the throw to Gabbiadini. Back to Juan Foyth, the former Spurs man. Edge of the area is Bazoa. Vecino to Nicky. Nicky's effort hits the post as well. The ball's almost trickled across the line. And potentially a counter-attack is stopped by Sturgeon, the goal scorer. Probably going to get booked from that. I mean, goal line technology shows it's not gone over. We knew it didn't go over. Final 10 minutes. Let's give them a get creative. See if we can get ourselves another chance or two before the full-time whistle goes. Otherwise, it's looking like a reasonably comfortable 1-0 victory. Again, though, it's another match where we've struggled to score goals. We've won, sure, but we've scored one goal against a team who are in woeful form. One goal and that's it. Give them a calmly. That was a bit of a let-off. See how people... I mean, Foyth was stressed because he had a cracking second half, apparently. Sturgeon got an 8.0 and he looked fired up. Fair enough. So the 3 points there for us against Torino move us up into third place in the table. We are 4 points behind table toppers Inter Milan, which is going to be our next match in this episode. I'm going to play the Red Bull Salzburg match off camera. We will return for the Inter Milan game. Well, we are the other side of the Red Bull Salzburg game, and we are now top of our Europa League group because everything went our way, a 3-0 victory, and also the sun's kind of gone down a little bit. It's like 25 minutes later, something like that, so hopefully the sun's going to stay down. So Red Bull Salzburg then, we did play them, we beat them 3-0, Vecino and Irabarren with 2 goals in this one. We were very good. They literally had 3 shots, one of them was on target. That was it. We just battered them, absolutely battered them. And it means, as I mentioned, we are now top of our Europa League group. Salzburg in second, 2 points behind us. So it is now 100% in our hands. If we can beat Ghent in the final game of the group, we will go through top of our group at the first chance of asking. I was expecting it to be a little bit harder, particularly after we played Salzburg for the first time and lost 3-0. So we basically just kind of turned it back around and beat them 3-0. So we drew 0-0 in both matches. That's not how it works. You get it. We evened each other out. Anyway, we're playing Inter Milan next, the team that currently sit top of Serie A. We are down in third place. A massive victory here would mean that we would go on to 28 points and be just 1 point behind Inter Milan. If Lazio can win their game against Juve, which is questionable, maybe that one's a draw. Ideally, that's a draw. We will go into second place, basically. The starting lineup then for the Inter Milan game. There is a little bit of rotation here, but that's mainly down to fitness and one suspension. So Livakovic will be in goal. Muru, Sturgeon, Vallejo and Foyth will be that back four. That kind of seems to be our set back four now. Foyth isn't the ideal right back, but he's actually pretty decent. Berezinski's starting to get a little bit older. Although I do like Berezinski, Foyth, I think, is probably a better choice for the next 2-3 years, something along those lines. So that's why Foyth is going to be our main right back for the season. Modric, Vecino and Nicky will be our central midfielders. Gabbiadini, Al-Sharawi and Irabarren will be our strikers. Gabbiadini's playing because Marius Wolf is out suspended. There you go. We have still only lost 1 game this season. Inter have also only lost 1 game. Roma are only 1 defeat as well. So if we can actually manage to steal the 3 points, not only will we obviously move up in the table, or at least close the gap on table topping Inter Milan, but we will keep that dream alive. What a weird save that is from Donnarumma. He keeps hold of the ball. I thought Donnarumma went to... Hold on. Could have sworn he went to Man City. He did. He went to Man City, and then they sold him for £42.5 million. They had him for a year and sold him for £42.5 million. That is the best bit of transfer business Man City have ever done. Also, Donnarumma's now playing for Inter Milan as opposed to AC Milan. It's weird. Italy's weird. Lots of players seem to do the whole jump ship from Inter to AC and the other way around. Lukaku goes for goal. Livakovic makes a wonderful save. 20 minutes on the clock. 0-0 so far. Corner for Inter on the left. Who's taken it? I can't quite see because it says decision. Brozovic, that's the guy. Back post. Header clear from Vecino. Skriniar is going to collect. The highlight just ends. Vecino with a free kick for us, 25 minutes on the clock, and that was a wonderful curling effort from Vecino, but it goes just wide of the post. If it stays this way, I will take this. I know, obviously, it's not the ideal result, and by the looks of the match stats, we're getting a bit battered, But if it stays 0-0, I'll take it. Vecino's gone for another effort. Donnarumma once again makes a very questionable save, but does hold on to it. Was that the whole highlight? Donnarumma kits the ball clear. Hold on. Have we? How are you saving everything? How are you saving everything? Yes, he was offside, but Donnarumma should not have been able to save that. Throw for us. 5 minutes left of the first half. It's a shocking throw for Muru. Brenner has it, now Barella into Milan, passing in the middle of the pitch. Brozovic across to Barella. I've just seen that the referee is wearing an Inter Milan kit. Bustos gets past his man. Lukaku's there. Headed effort is just over the bar. It looks like it's going to be 0-0 at half-time, question mark. Maybe something's coming of this. Vallejo with the ball inside his own penalty area. Doesn't manage to get it over Brozovic. Brozovic doing a hell of a lot of football, but not really doing much at all. Christian Eriksen, I assume. Brozovic to Barella, across on the right-hand side. Bustos collects it. He's got number 93, I think it is, Al-Sharawi in front. Bustos gets the ball back. Is he going to cross it in? He does. Back post is Foyth. Eriksen goes for a rebounded effort, and the two former Spurs men combining. Unintentionally, I'd say. Definitely unintentionally from Foyth. We're 1-0 down. And there's a highlight straight after the goal. Please be an equaliser. Straight away, that would be ideal. We've got the ball, obviously. Vecino to Nicky. Nicky's going to run forward. Back to Vecino once again. Because they've got 4 central midfielders, I think it's kind of blocking our wide players. They're not really getting the opportunity. In this counter-attack, Romelu Lukaku, he's managed to break 3. In on goal, Lukaku makes the save. I also said 3, as in the number 3. It was free, as if he broke free. He didn't break 3 things. Anyway, I'm just waffling now. It's half-time. It's 1-0 to Inter Milan. We're not doing amazing, are we? Given an assertive, I expect to see much better. It's the midfield. It's the midfield that is the problem. And what I'm wondering is, do we try? And I don't know. What do we do? Work the ball. Hit crosses early. Let's try it. Sure. Let's do a thing. I don't know whether that's a good thing because our wingers probably aren't getting the ball. Eriksen with a free kick. 2 minutes just on the clock in the second half. Foyth gets it clear. Vecino's going to hopefully get there first. He does. And now the Argentine can run forward. Or is he Uruguayan? I'm not quite sure. One of those two. Vallejo to Foyth once again. Do not get another assist. Vecino inside the Inter Milan half. It's a great header from Al-Sharawi. And what a finish that is from Gonzalo Iribarren. Lovely forward roll as well to celebrate. Almost immediately in the second half, we pull it back to level terms. That is also the best bit of football Al-Sharawi has actually managed to do for us since joining the club. The last 2 matches, I think he's got 6.5 ratings for both of them. So yeah, actually getting an assist. He's still only on a 6.7. What's going on with all these yellow cards? We've got 6 yellow cards. Muru to Nicky into the middle. Vecino's going to hopefully get there first. He can't manage it. Foyth has it with a bit of space. Early cross. Iribarren's effort hits the bar. Goes over. Right, we need to do a change. And that change is going to probably be Gabbiadini off for Dave. Dave's coming on. Nicky off for Parazanovic. I'm purposely not playing Karol Linetti because he is leaving the club. He's going to Cagliari on the 2nd of January 2023. So yeah, I don't really want to play him anymore. I'm wondering if we do our final sub as well. Muru possibly off for Di Lorenzo? Can you play? I mean, you're a right back by nature. You can play as a left back. There we go. Just to try and get rid of some of those yellow cards off the pitch because we're going to get ourselves probably somebody sent off if we don't worry. Don't worry if we're not too careful. There you go. That's the words. We've got ourselves a free kick. Luka Modric. Ball to Vallejo. Goes over everybody. And it looks like Vallejo may well have been pushed. Marcelo Brozovic, who's been a little bit of a danger man for us, has conceded the penalty. It's number 25. Who is number 25? It's Luka Modric. Of course it's Modric. He's gone for... You're easily the best player technically on the pitch and you miss a penalty. Take the corner, put it on Sturgew's head, make it 2-1. Instead it's hit Skriniar and now Vallejo's going to get the ball and the highlight's going to end. Well, at least we're going to save ourselves some money from giving Modric a fine. Senesi's invisible. What's happened? Senesi's invisible. Skriniar's been pushed over as well. If that was Parazanovic, it's going to be a penalty. It is a penalty. We're going to lose 2 penalties. We're going to miss ours. And then I'm not sure who this is. It's Brenner stepping up against Livakovic. Blasts it into the back of the net. It is 2-1 to Inter Milan. We do not deserve to be losing this game. Highlight straight after the goal. Senesi being invisible is really concerning. I'm going to have to click him so we keep his name on the pitch. Parazanovic forward. You can barely see him. He's just a haircut. That's all he is. He's just a haircut. Al-Shawari collects it on the left. Is he going to cross? He's got Senesi's there. Or Sensi, sorry, is there. Dave Harper's there. Hold on. I was too busy trying to work out about Sensi. Dave Harper's got his 2nd goal of the season. It's 2-2 against Inter Milan. We've still got 4 minutes of normal time as well. Possibly. Do I hope that we can nick a winner? Let's get creative. Come on, nick a winner. Okay, no highlights. We're not going to nick a winner, but we're going to get a point. A point is decent. We should have won. We really should have won that game. Modric's penalty was not the best. Donnarumma getting a 7.3 rating, obviously saving a penalty. Both goalkeepers in this one looked like they were massively on form. 7.1 and a 7.3. It's a point. It's a 2-2 draw. It's a point. I'm happy with it. I'll take it. Well, we couldn't do what Fiorentina did and score 6, but we did manage to get 2 goals. We obviously still stay in 3rd place. Juve have closed the gap? No, they haven't. They've drawn at 0-0 with Lazio. So basically, the top 4 is left unchanged. The only thing that's really happened is Fiorentina, Milan, Bologna and Napoli. And I guess Roma and Cagliari are still kind of on the chase. This is something I've realised with Serie A. The top 8 or 9 sides could win the league at any point. And then it'll be Inter Milan or Juve. But any of the top 8 or 9 could win the league, and then they won't. Right, what we're going to do now then, we're going to go forward to the other side of the Ghent match, because then it is going to be the World Cup, and then we've obviously got a weird set of friendlies against lots of Italian sides. Inter Milan, Roma and Napoli. We've also got Sporting and Valladolid as well in the middle. So yeah, we'll return the other side of the Ghent game, just so you can see where we finish in our Europa League group stage. Right, we've played Ghent, and it was a weird match. It was definitely a weird match. Georgi Kolev scoring himself his first ever professional hat-trick as well, winning 5-2, I think it was in the end. Yeah, so the scoreline looks like we dominated, and we did. Apart from, I did 3 substitutions when we were 3-1 up, thinking, what's the worst that can happen? It then went 3-2. And I was not looking particularly confident then. And then luckily for us, Marius Wolf and Bazua then score 2 goals late on for us. Gives us 3 more points. We do finish the group top of the table. I don't know whether we're actually able to get the Europa League knockout draw before we can end this episode. I don't know when it's going to take place. But effectively, we are at the halfway point. We're not at the halfway point, but you know what I mean. We're at a weird kind of middle ground in the league where we've now got a big old break. We have got a break for 35 days until we play Inter Milan in a friendly. The league returns at the end of December. We are obviously at the start of November, so we've got a 2-month break. And then we just kind of go back to normal, I guess, by the looks of it. It does seem like we've got some busy months. April looks busy. May looks busy as well. So, yeah, it's a weird season. This is what happens in Football Manager. The 2022 World Cup just makes a mess of everything. Just to confirm, the first knockout round draw is the 12th of December. We're not having it in this episode, okay? What we're going to do, so the match actually takes place on the 15th of February, which means we are not going to see that in the next episode. So it doesn't matter. Next episode, what we are going to do, somewhere in January. Don't know, maybe near the end of January. I'm going to play a few of these matches off camera. Might come back for possibly Bologna and maybe Spal. I don't know, maybe even Perugia. Because I think they're a newly promoted side. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2020 with Sampdoria. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. If you're new here and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back next time with the January transfer window, I guess, and some more Football Manager with Sampdoria. See you next time. I've never done this wave before, but we're doing it now.